Welcome to the Redemption Podcast Show. I'm U.S. Army veteran and Poetic Human John Krotec.
And I am a former professional fighter, the champion soul, Jason Freebird Freeman. In a sincere effort to help others and to set some records straight, we share our personal stories and scripture and offer real solutions to overcoming the challenges of life.
We appreciate you being here. And remember, the truth
shall set you free.
Welcome back to another episode of the Redemption Podcast Show. I'm here with Jason Freebird Freeman on this conversational show. You know, we ask, why hide the truth when the truth will set you free?
Come on.
Today, you know what we're saying. But so, yeah, today's episode's a little bit different. Today, we're going to actually go in depth about Jason Freebird Freeman, what his Frontline Warriors Community Outreach program is all about, what Decide to Fight is all about, and what he's looking for, and how it can help you to do the things that you need to do in your own life. So today, he's not a co-host. Today, he's a guest on his own podcast show. I'm going to give a brief background because I don't want to bore anybody. But if you do the research on Jason Freebird Freeman, you'll see that he is the grandson of a notorious cult figure. And that's what the world wants you to think, that that's all he is. But when I started working with Jason 2.5 years ago, I found out very quickly that he was much more than that. Of course, his father was the namesake of this notorious cult figure. His father took his life when Jason was just in high school. And that's part of the story, but that's only one spoke in a wheel of many spokes. He's also a fighter, MMA cage fighter. He's martial artist. He's a professional boxer who has actually stood in the middle of the ring and held up a victory belt, which is not easy. And that's something that he has put in his feather in his cap. But he's also much more. He's a husband whose wife has stuck it out with him through thick and thin. Thank you, Audrey. He is a mentor to his own kids. Just last week, Jason was on the road with one of his sons to go down and visit a school in Southwest Florida, a possible full football scholarship. So, think about that for a second. He's also he runs a very successful business in Southwest Florida. Owning your own business and being an entrepreneur is very tough to do, but he's making money doing that, and he's paying the bills. He has also started a nonprofit organization, which we're going to talk about today, Frontline Warriors Community Outreach. And he's set up an online program called Decide to Fight that uses the combination punches of a boxer, but also the knees in a different way, but they're also used by martial artists. So welcome to the show, Jason, your show.
I'm excited to be here. Like always, I'm full of energy, highly explosive. My wife just pushes me out of the house in the morning, get that energy out of here so I can relax. But John, I'm really highly strung and wired to help our world make a difference in the lives of our community around us. Wherever we travel to, take that same energy, that those God-given talents and that ambition on the inside, that God's gifted me with, and let it explode in the community at making a difference. Frontline Warriors Community Outreach has been established for a very long time. So long that I think 15 years ago, I had Frontline Warriors tattooed on my shin. So it's been birthed a long time ago. The seeds were planted, and now we get to see those seeds actually produce fruit here in Bradenton, Florida. And we have a location that we train out of, and it's an awesome facility. We've been given a great opportunity to have about 2,000 square foot of space, and we have a boxing ring, wrestling mats. We have our boxing bags up. We have weight equipment. And we got the Spirit of God living inside our program. And I'm just excited to be able to be at that spot where we're at now, right? And we can offer a safe place for the kids to come through, man, and just for one, have fellowship, but learn about fitness, health, martial arts, self-defense. It's all in one package.
That's awesome. That's a lot of hard work. We all see, a million nonprofits out there, and everybody's asking and clamoring for money. And they're all good. They're all, some better than others that we've seen. But the reality is that nonprofits need funding and they need sponsorships, and they need those things to be able to operate. We've heard that before. There's no free lunch. And perhaps the greatest disservice that they ever did was call these organizations like yours a nonprofit. You can profit as a profit, but you have to have funding to make anything happen.
Yes.
So,
yes.
So to all those nonprofit owners and boards out there, kudos to you and for your hard work and dedication. But back to Frontline, what's the primary mission? What is your primary mission of Frontline? In two sentences, 3 sentences.
Yep. Our mission is to touch the lives of young men, young boys who are looking for direction. I mean, face it, there's a lot of father figures that for one reason or another have fell out of that role due to the judicial system, death, imprisonment. I mean, there's so many things in this world that could pull you out away from your family. And John, I felt that in my life, and I'm drawn to make a difference in that same field, and that's being a role model. Helping build up and raise other young leaders, young men that that need that need the father figure in their lives. It's plain and simple, and that's why we're here. That's our mission.
Great. That's an awesome mission. Anytime we can help future leaders overcome their challenges, that's a good thing. And and that's not even, it's a great thing. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's make it sound like,
let's
what
use
it is.
Great.
Yeah.
Amen.
So let's think about this. So you have the gym and you have a wrestling mat, and it costs money to run the lights and all this. So we know that you have a budget.
Yes.
And what's your goal for 2024 in your funding? What's your goal that you're trying to reach?
Our goal, we have a budget of 125,000 per year. What that's going to do is that's going to put a couple people on staff so we can fulfill our mission, and that's being alive and active and open to the community. Of course, I still have to run my business, so that's what I'll be doing. But if we can get, or as soon as we can get a couple staff members moving and having those lights on and the fans moving, that's one mission that we're looking forward to in 2024 is having our doors open 40 hours a week.
Awesome. So what are you looking for? Why would I want to donate to Frontline Warriors Community Outreach? Who is it that you're looking for to donate? I know it's small donor.
Okay.
Who are you? What's the profile for somebody that would make a donation to your organization?
Well, think of this. If you're looking to give to something that carries value, we bring young men through our program and to send them back out with the right tools to be successful in life. There's one gentleman that I got to work with, John, for 90 days about a year and a half ago. We got to work together for 90 days. I had him going through my program. And this young man has surpassed my expectations. And he has overcome all odds of where he was and to where he's at now. Now, that's what you're given to. You're given to a spiritual based program that offers um, life changing skills.
No, I mean, I know what you're trying to say. You know, we look around today and we see the youth of today, and they're running wild. They're running amok. I mean, there's enough challenges for young people to for them to stay busy all day long, hanging out all night, doing crazy stuff or whatever. And
Yeah.
and it's even more of a challenge for the kids that come from homes that are maybe families of divorce or something tragic happened or whatever. Very similar to how you were raised, Jason. And so, you know, the targets out there for the young people that can come through your program are never ending. And so if I was a CEO or a corporate manager or leader in some business sector, and I wanted to be part of the future of America or part of the kids in my own community, why wouldn't I pony up $10,000 or 50 or whatever it is, $10 and give to Frontline Warriors Community Outreach, because it can only come back to help you. Frontline Warriors is an outstanding mission. They have the gym, they have the tools, they have the program. Jason just relayed to you about a success story, but we can have more of those. We're going to share that link. Yeah. So if you want to help give to his program, then go to that link, drop some money so you can fund them for next year, 2024. And let's turn around all of these stories that we see every day about how the youth of America is failing. We're failing them.
Yes.
We're the adults.
Yes, John. Exactly why we have to stand up, and we have to, I'm just going to use this, I know it's the name of my program, but Decide to Fight, John, comes in so many shapes and forms. I mean, this is me standing up and fighting by creating Frontline Warriors, by birthing it. God planted those seeds, and he's given me all these skills of fitness and martial arts. And I was in the ring for so many years, and I was fighting for my own reasons. And to now have all this energy and all this knowledge built up on the inside, I'm eager to pour it out into the community and help these young men raise themselves up out of what's going on out there, John. It just feels like it's a battlefield. It feels like it's a battlefield out there. And when you're able to bring those young kids into a good environment and sow good seeds into them, and then push them back out until the next following week, and you get to meet up with them again, you get to see those smiling faces.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
It's a process, and it is worth it. So, you know, like I said, we'll leave that link for potential donors to go there, and please help donate for next year so we can turn some of these kids back out on the street to be leaders in their own right. And, you know, you mentioned Decide to Fight. So thanks again for listening to this episode of the Redemption Podcast Show. We hope you got some wisdom out of it. Don't forget, the truth
shall set you free.